Yo, hey, so kind of just started it mid chapter, chapter 4. This book is called Secret of Reality, right? And so basically, this is just like a read along. I'm gonna have the AI. Maybe some days I'll read it, but today we're gonna have the AI reading it. Um, and yeah, I just thought it'd be something cool to do. You feel me? And basically have make sure you have a notebook and pencil, pen, whatever, something to write with. Write down notes. You feel me? I'm basically just be pausing as I figure stuff out, find something that's interesting. So yeah, man, let's get it. You feel me? Hope y'all can hear me good too. You feel me? By the way, let's go ahead and get set up. Let's put this. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
This is a hard pill to swallow, especially for those of us taught that hard work is everything, that suffering is noble, and that hoping is enough. But if you're reading this now, it's because something deep inside you is ready to break the illusion. In this chapter, we are going to strip away the fog and reveal the true mechanics behind how this world, and your place,
In your place.
actually works. Not theory, not wishful thinking, but the structure of creation itself. And once you see it clearly, you can never go back. Why you were never told, let's start with this? Why wasn't this knowledge taught in school, or church, or passed down through generations like any other wisdom? Because when you know how reality really works, you can no longer be controlled. You stop relying on it, in it, actually
Yeah.
controlled. You stop relying on external authority. You stop outsourcing your power. You stop living in fear. When you remember that you are the creator, not the victim, of your experience, entire systems begin to lose their grip. Systems built on scarcity, hierarchy, guilt, shame, and dependency.
Systems are parasites.
You were never told how reality works because a free, awakened, empowered human being doesn't need to be governed by fear. And fear is big business.
Or maybe not systems, but there are systems that are parasites. I don't want it to be too much with it. Hold on.
The secret side of this reality. Appearance. So instead, you were taught to ignore your intuition, to pray without expecting, to work without rest, to suffer as proof of your worth, to believe that heaven is later, and that your desires now are dangerous. But the truth was never destroyed. It was hidden in plain sight.
You always hear that.
Let's find it again.
At least me.
The mechanics of reality, frequency, energy, and consciousness at the most basic level. The universe is not made of matter. It is made of vibration.
Right.
Atoms, when observed under a microscope, are mostly empty space, with energy buzzing through them. This means that what we perceive as solid is actually just slowed down energy. Reality is not static, It's responsive. And your personal frequency is the dial it tunes to. Let's break it down.
Change your personal frequency. Change it. How do you change it? Well, let's get into that. Your thoughts, emotions, beliefs. I tell people all the time, bro, like change your beliefs about shit. You feel me? Change your beliefs about stuff. You walk into stuff saying you can't do something, you can't do this, man. Tell yourself you can do something. You can do this. You know, like, come on now. But you know, it sounds crazy to have to tell somebody that. But you gotta realize not everybody tapped in like you tapped in. You feel me? And sometimes people need that's funny. Somebody just said that today. Sometimes people need facts or Google to say it, or somebody of a trusted source, you feel me? Or somebody with a specific title, instead of listening to their intuition, instead of listening to something that actually makes sense, you feel me? Motherfuckers always listen to some shit that don't even make sense, bruh. It don't even make sense. Bruh. Bro, really pay attention. If you pay attention, you realize how much people get misled without asking either further questions or going to the source or, yeah, clarifying it up. You're asking a third party, fourth party, fifth party, sixth party. Somebody ain't got nothing to do with it. For instance, you'll ask, what time is meetings? The person you asking can either heard a joke, got false information, could have right information, or just be talking out of that. You feel me? And I realize a lot of time people just be talking out of their stuff. How many times you ask people something and they said something, it's like, bro, I thought you said. I should have asked the coach. I should have asked the higher up who actually sets the meeting. Hey, what time is this? Hey, how do I do this? How do you want this to be done? This and that. You feel me? Get to the source when you're trying to figure something out. Period. But let's get into it. How do you change your vibration? Right? How do you change it? How do you change your vibration? Your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, and your attentions emit energy constantly. You are like a radio tower broadcasting a frequency into the field around you. Hey, come on, we're finna go ahead and just read this and break this down, you feel me? This field, call it the universe, God, the quantum field, or divine intelligence, receives that signal and mirrors it back through your circumstances. Let's read that again. So this field, the universe, God, Allah, the divine consciousness, what else they call it in science, like the space, what do they call it? Do they got it in here? The quantum field, Yup. So it receives the signal that you are putting out. It basically mirrors, right? So you're putting out that frequency, right? And basically, this is the universe. This is your frequency. Oh, I'm shooting it back. Bow, bounce to you. Now, when you get it back, now you have your circumstances. So basically, your frequency plus the universe times your circumstances equals your outcome. You feel me? Set yourself up for success. So set yourself up for success. Lovely. You don't get what you want. You get what you are energetically aligned with. So if deep down you feel unworthy of love, even if you desire it desperately, your frequency is one of lack. And that's what you attract more of. Bars. I just thought about that shit today. Like, bro, why am I always around people that don't have this type of energy? And that's because of me. That's because of me, bro. That's because I don't have that deep down. I don't accept that type of energy. I don't have that type of energy about myself. So how can I expect to truly have that around me? And then when you even think about it. You ever had a girl that's too nice to you, and you can like, why are you so nice to me? I don't trust you. What you up to? What you need? You want something? Nah, I don't feel right with you. But then you want to go around chasing a girl that you know ain't no good for you. That's a sign of, what's it called? A parasite. Something wrong with you. Something deep down is wrong with you. You feel me? And so, man, bro, you gotta fix that stuff, bro. You gotta fix it, gang. And you better fix it soon before your circumstances. You feel me? So if deep down you feel unworthy of love, even if you desire it desperately, your frequency is one of lack, and that's what you attract more of. If you believe money is evil or hard to earn, no matter how much you hustle, you're still repelling abundance. This is not punishment, it's mechanism. The field does not judge, it simply reflects. I guess, man, come on now. Change your views. Change your, man, let's write that down. Facts. Emotion is the fuel of creation. Energy and motion is the fuel of creation. Thoughts create the blueprint. And I hear Billy Carson say some of this stuff all the time, bro. What, you feel me? So, but yeah, he said, if I can remember right, thoughts, conscious thoughts plus manifestation times action. Oh, no. Conscious thought times action equals manifestation. Something like that. But let's read it. My bad, y'all. My bad, man. My bad. Emotion is the fuel of creation. Thoughts create the blueprint. Emotions give it power. Come on now. Emotions give it power. Emotions give it power. Now, the tough part about this, I realized, let's keep reading it for a little bit. Thoughts, let me write that down. Thoughts create blueprint. Emotion gives it power. You heard? When you feel something, joy, fear, gratitude, shame, you're not just experiencing an internal state. You're generating a powerful energy signal. This is why praying without emotion often feels empty, and why visualizing works only when you feel the outcome as it's real, as if it's real. You have to feel, when you visualize, you have to feel the outcome as if it's real. Alright? Emotion energizes the frequency you're sending out. Emotion energizes the frequency you're sending out. If you're thinking abundance but feeling afraid, the emotion wins. If you're affirming love but vibrating resentment, the frequency tells the truth. Thinking or saying only does so much, but what you really feeling? What you really feeling, huh? What you really feeling? Change that shit, man. Change it. The secret. Okay, the secret. Align your emotional state with the reality you want to create. Hold on. Emotions overrule thoughts. Overrule thoughts and what it say, affirmations, right? Yeah. The secret. Align your emotional state with the reality you want to create. Gratitude, joy, forgiveness, peace. These are high frequency emotions. They open you up to receive. That's high. That's high. That's high right there. That's high right there. That's high right there. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's high right there, man. That's high level information right there. You know why? Because I literally had an experience not too long ago, right? Where my patience was tested. Bro, it's like as you become more conscious, bro, your patience gets a little better, right? Your patience gets a lot better. And my patience was tested, bro, to where I know if I was an old version of myself, bro, I probably would have did something, you know. And so it's like, you know, but holding in that energy of wanting to do something is tough. It's tough. It's tough. But I was almost like, and but I knew that feeling, right? And I knew I had to let it go. I had to meditate. I did something called Bowen therapy, to basically where they press on certain points of your body to let your body know it needs to go heal this and that. And so basically, I had a back spasm like a day or two after that incident, right? And so I'm like, okay, I need to go release this energy. I need to go be forgiveness. I need to go be in a forgiveness state. And I just felt myself sitting there like receiving help or receiving energy, you know, right? Receiving. Like I felt that, you know, I felt that. You feel me? And so like that's just beautiful to know, like without even reading this book, that, you know, your intuition can really help you out a lot of times. A lot of times. Belief is the code, right? Your beliefs form the filter through which you interpret everything, right? So if I'm thinking about money, like it said, but my belief is that it's hard, I'm not going to have a strong emotion, or that's going to affect my emotions to not really align on what I'm trying to affirm with my thoughts or words. So that's beautiful right there. You have to really believe that. You feel me? You have to believe it. You can receive a blessing, and if your beliefs say, I don't deserve this, you'll reject or sabotage it. You can meet your soulmate. Like I just said. You can meet your soulmate, but if your inner code says I always get left, you will play that script out again. I know some people felt that, bro. Y'all had to, bro. Y'all had to. Y'all had to. I know I ain't the only one, right? I know I ain't the only one, right? Because I do this a lot. I always be like, man, it's just fun to be the same thing. It's fun to be some games played. It's fun to be toxic. People just gonna leave. It ain't gonna last long. Like I say this all the time, bro. I'm this person right here. I'm this person right here. Right? That's crazy. That's crazy. It would be cool if I went live with this. You can feel me? I think that would be dope. Go live. You feel me? Go live with it. But this is the type of, you feel me, I be on, bro. This is the type I be on. You know, like, shoot, like, talk to me, man. You feel me? Like, what's the vibe? What's the vibe? What's the vibe? What's the vibe? Beliefs are programs. They tell your subconscious what's possible, and the subconscious drives 95% of your behavior. Golly, I didn't know that. That's new information. Your subconscious drives 95% of your behavior. Wow. It's driven by the subconscious. And I'm reading a book right now called Becoming Supernormal by, is it Joe Dispenza? It might be Joe Dispenza. My bad if it's not. But you know what? Let's give credit to where it's due. You feel me? Supernatural. Joe Dispenza. Yep. Dr. Joe Dispenza, bro. And he's like talking about that right now, about how to tap into the subconscious. And real quick, basically, from what I remember, is you basically have to get into a point where you're raising your vibration to get into, I believe, is it a beta? I think it's alpha brainwaves, which is basically like almost daydreaming. You know, like you're not asleep, but you're able to daydream, you know, and you basically have to like enter nothingness. You have to be nothing, you know. And so like meditation really helps, you know. Yeah, it's a great book. Check it out. I haven't finished it yet. Maybe that'll be one of the books we tap into next. But yeah. 95% of your behavior. If you want to change your reality, don't just try harder. Change the beliefs that are driving the frequency that's creating your experience. Change the beliefs. Change the beliefs. Change the beliefs. Change your beliefs. Beliefs. The invisible conversation. Every moment of your life, you are having an energetic conversation with reality. You are asking for things, not through your words, but through your being. Wow, bro. Wow. 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 This is beautiful information, bro. I don't know, man. This shit just resonate with me. When you walk around saying I never had wait, I never have enough, the universe says, as you wish. The universe says, as you wish. When you walk in faith and gratitude, even before the blessing shows up, the universe aligns to your frequency. When you move through the world expecting magic, open to miracles, and trusting in divine timing, you enter the realm of co-creation. Okay. So I think it's important then to be careful on what you're co-creating with. Yeah. Right? Is it only one thing you can co-create with, or is it other things? That's a tough question to me. When you move through the world expecting magic, open to miracles, and trusting divine timing, you enter the realm of co-creation. This is what manifestation really is. It's not making a wish and waiting. It's not about vision boards covered in expensive cars. It's about becoming a vibrational match for what your soul desires. And what your soul desires. And that can only happen when you're willing to shift who you are at the deepest level, your beliefs, your emotions, your self-image, and your connection to the source. Wow. Do I want to read another one? It's 9:05. I gotta go to sleep. Alright. We're gonna read the chapter for another day. Hey, but I'm messing with it though. I hope y'all is too. This is the first time doing this, you feel me? So next time we'll start together. Chapter 5, the secret side of this reality. You feel me? And yeah, man. Beautiful information right here. Beautiful information. Hey, but look, y'all boys be smooth, you feel me? Love, grace, gratitude, you feel me? Thank you. Thank you. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and take this time for a couple minutes of just, I guess you could say, prayer, silence, like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for breath. Thank you for the love that you bring towards me. I appreciate you. I resonate with it. You feel me? I thank you for all the things that I can't even perceive that you do for me. I thank you for it all. I thank you for bringing joy, happiness, love into me. I thank you for bringing courage to me to fight off what tries to break us down. I thank you for that. I thank you for the confidence. To fight what we need to fight. To do what we need to do. To be what we need to be as beings. Thank you. Thank you, Nate, for doing this right now. For taking this time to be special, be different, shine, do the work, do the shadow work, do the light work. Both. Understand you are divinely protected. You are divinely protected. You are divinely protected. You're strong. You're a healer. You're healing. You're physically capable of anything. You're physically capable of anything. Yes. Man, this is what self-loves look like. Mr. Self-Love. Stay conscious, my people. Love, my people. Be smooth, my people. Beautiful. Beautiful.